Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I know you ain't got it.
2nd and 6. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Off play action. Daniels. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 59 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Madison.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We ain't giving him nothing, guys.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Right. Check, 53, smart. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. You gonna see me? You gonna see me and you know. Wow.
2nd and 14. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
the gun. Daniels. Open man is Galladay, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a first and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Tight dog, tight dog.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A first down carry for Smith. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a second and 7. And finding the tight end Hooper. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On first down, Smith. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll look to throw here. And the catch made by Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Bang, 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 bang. Check 43. Sponge. No. 66. Rush in.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set. Shop at the 32-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Let's go now. 45 to base. 45. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Back to throw. Daniels. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35. That's good.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Lions 7, Falcons nothing.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Go, go. Motion, motion. 2-6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
At the 2-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
What we got? What we got? Watch the eye.
And to give this time to the tailback. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Check 26, check 26. Hold, 64. Wait, check, check, check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
It's 4th down.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Joseph is good. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check your heart rate.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
On the double. 53 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. All day, baby. All day.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, me and you are.
2nd and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Love. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They run the counter. It's Love, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
55. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. You can't block me.
Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Daniels. He'll get this one to Galladay. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's a party now. Shit. Come on.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Watch twist. 53, check 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
They'll set up to throw.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. He'll take it at the 42. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 54 Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
Complete to Jarvis Landry.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
They're going to look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Hooper. Brings up 2nd.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
He's crossing. He's set.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. It's out, it's loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Love again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. He returns the punt 61 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
53, Mike. All day. Kill. Turn it up. Switch. Watch out.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hey, we got 53, Mike, 53. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Pull it together.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here.
And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on a fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he finds a man with a crossing route. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Madison running on first down, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Trey Flowers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 32-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. Mike 54. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 53. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
2nd and 4. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Set, ready, 15 on it, 53's Mike. Not here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
On 2nd down, Love. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, baby.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Number 53, Mike 53. They can't hang with us.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now back to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Get the flag. Oh, here we go. Oh.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Detroit, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our